pursuing your passion of who you are and
Men don't want to marry
building.
ma'am. Men don't want to marry feminists. Men don't want partners. They want wives. Like what
Yeah.
your husband. Men don't want you. Women don't want men. Men don't want women who move like you. That's
Okay.
why marriage is on the drop. All this shit you're talking about, your passion, and this has got you single.
Well, that's the so be
Yeah, so die alone.
it. So be it. I'll
Die,
never
but,
die alone.
oh yeah,
I,
I mean,
I have.
die. Yeah, you know, die alone means
I've been married. I was married for 5 years. I've been divorced now for 6 years. And I've been kind of using that time to get myself together. Why are you making faces? Am I
I'm
talking
doing the
too much?
math. I'm doing the math. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just doing the math. Go ahead.
Okay. So my first child is 16. I had him when I got
So
pregnant.
what do you want? But what do you want though?
I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a marriage. I want to have equality, and it's very hard for me. Yes,
Equality.
equality as far as a woman's voice being heard, and not. I'm not trying to be overpowering, but I want to be respected and loved in the way where my voice is heard too. As a businesswoman, like I have to make decisions and do things that my voice has to be heard.
So who cares about you? You can be heard all day long in the business. That ain't got shit to do in a relationship.
This is, and now this is another point too that I'm coming to understand.
I mean, um, were you in relationships where your voice wasn't heard?
Well, yes, like in that
No, I mean you didn't have any say, or or you didn't get your way. Those are two different
no,
things.
no, my voice was not heard in my marriage. My voice was not heard. So that was I was married to a man who was very wealthy, and
Okay.
and he kind of wanted me to more so to just be at home mom and not have to work
Okay.
or ask
All
for
right.
things. And
Okay. So did you have to work?
um, I did not. I did not. I did
Okay.
not have
So
to work.
but did you start working after your divorce?
I started, that was kind of the thing is I started working and pursuing my nursing and schooling.
Okay. So he was wealthy.
Correct.
And instead of being happy with being married to a wealthy man who could provide for you, you wanted to go out to work like most women don't want to do.
I have a mind. Yes.
Most women don't want to have to work. And you were in a position where you didn't have to. Just being clear.
Correct.
Because every day women come on here and they don't want to work. So you had a husband that was wealthy and you chose to, okay, well then you get nothing.
Okay, so now moving forward,
You get nothing.
how do I get nothing? Why do I get nothing?
Because men don't want women like you.
I know, and I'm finding that very true because
They
I
don't.
can't.
They don't. Because if a man was wealthy and you were married to him,
Mhm.
did you file for divorce?
No, I did not. Initially I did, but then I waited, and then like a couple of years later, he eventually filed.
So you initially filed. You were the initial plaintiff.
Correct.
Did you close that case? Or are you still the plaintiff on the divorce action?
No, I closed the case.
Why did he file for divorce?
Um, I guess like after years of entanglements and what have you, he started to have an affair outside the relationship.
So
And
he divorced you because of what?
what do you mean?
You said he filed for divorce, so he was the plaintiff in the action. What was the reason?
At this point, he had another pregnancy. Like it was messy.
So he divorced you because he had a mistress pregnant.
Correct. And
But but this is also you were working at this time.
at this time, I was attending school full time. Correct.
All right. So he wanted a wife to stay at home and have his children.
Correct.
And you wanted a career.
Correct.
Well, then you shouldn't have married a wealthy man.
Yeah, I was young.
No, but see, you took advantage. But see, you also took advantage of that wealth and that lifestyle.
I took advantage
No,
of
no,
it.
ma'am. You took it well. You took advantage of the wealth and the lifestyle. Meaning you enjoyed that.
It
You
was
didn't
what
listen. I don't. I hear very well. You can pull that bullshit on somebody else. You can't pull it on me. When you were married to a wealthy man, meant you have a standard of living that you could not afford with your own skills. You could not afford the lifestyle you had. It came from him. The home, the car, the food, everything else and you chose to go out to work where most women don't want to. And then so now you got it. You don't have the wealthy man because you decided to leave and he decided to go have affairs and get somebody else pregnant. Well, you decided to leave too.
Correct.
And I guarantee you, he's probably better off with it. And you out working with 3 kids in a wrecked home.
In a
But
wrecked home?
yeah, you wrecked your own home. Home wreckers. You wreck your home. You decided to go to school or go to school full time because the money you were making doesn't change the wealth. You didn't need to do it. What you
Okay.
did, you didn't need to do it. If he was wealthy, you didn't need to do it.
Okay, now.
If he was wealthy, you didn't need to do it. You may have wanted to do it. You didn't need to do it.
Okay.
True or false?
I hear what you're saying.
I'm asking no man, is that true or false? You said wealthy, meaning he didn't need you to work. He was paying. All right, so that was selfish. You wanted to do that. That's fine. That's fine, but you got what comes with it. So now you're out in the dating market with 3 kids, 16, 8, 9, and a woman who's a nurse, one of the least attractive professions out there.
I'm also a business owner.
One of the least attractive things, another one of the least attractive things that a woman can be. A nurse and a business owner, a mother of 3. You got 5 things that don't nobody want. Plus a divorce. And how much was the man you were with, how much was he making annually? How wealthy was he?
He was great with investments.
Right. So how much annually?
At least I would say 80 to 100,000 a year.
That's not wealthy. Wealthy is hundreds of thousands of dollars. He was middle class. So what do you call wealth?
I consider wealth having investments, being able
That's
to.
not wealth, man. Wealth, investments. You got a 401k. That's an investment. That doesn't make you wealthy.
Interesting.
It's not interesting. You got a goddamn Fidelity account. That doesn't make you wealthy. Wealthy is money that makes money on top of money. Wealthy people don't work. Did your man have a job?
Yes.
Okay.
At that time, yes.
Okay. But the bottom damn line is however you got to, man. You wanted to be a career woman. You got a career.
Correct.
And you got a business.
Correct.
You got no time and 3 kids.
Correct.
You've got no time for a man.
And truly that's why I'm here, because I don't have really that much time for a man, and I'm somewhat content with my life. I like
until your children get old. Until your 8-year-old recognizes I've got to get out of here, and then in 10 years you'll be how old?
Correct. In 10 years I'll be 45.
Yeah. And then it gets real.
I can understand.
But you said you want to get married.
I would love. Yes, of course I would love to get married.
But marriage is important.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. What about the mentality of pursuing your passion of who you are? And
men don't want to marry ma'am. Men don't want to marry feminists. Men don't want partners. They want wives. Like what your husband. Men don't want you. Men don't want women who move like you. That's why marriage is on the drop. All this shit you're talking about, your passion and this has got you single.
Well, so be it.
Yeah, so die alone.
I'll never die alone.
Oh yeah, die alone means you're not going to have a marriage. That means you got your kids and you got 3 sons.
Correct.
Hopefully they'll go off and have their own lives and won't feel like they need to take care of their mother and feel guilty. I hope they hear my content and realize that their mother made her own choices. So if she wants to be there. And you can be a nurse and a business owner and fulfilled in spirit, and that's cool. But you don't get a man of value, because men of value want women who are more traditional. You're a modern, more liberal woman. Fine. But that doesn't work in traditional relationships. And the kind of men that you would kind of be attracted, the kind of men who would be cool with that, you likely wouldn't be attracted to.
Well, yeah, it's really hard for me to be attracted to any man, to be quite honest.
Good. Then go buy a cat.
I have a dog.
No, but that's not what I meant.
Okay.
The problem isn't the men.
Okay.
The problem isn't the men.
I'm not saying that the problem is men, because I've met some really great men. So I'm not bashing any man.
I didn't say you were. I'm just saying that it's abnormal for human females to be alone.
It truly is.
So you're living counter to your nature.
Yes.
Human
And
beings didn't evolve to be like you.
yeah.
So you can say what you want, but when this video is over, you're still living counter to your evolutionary biology and your nature.
And correct. And that's why I say, yes, I do want to be married one day.
No,
Because
no,
I
no, no.
am
You
that.
want to be a husband is what you want to be.
I absolutely do not.
Okay. You want to be married, but marriage has roles. You don't
Correct.
want to be a wife. You want to
Yes,
be a partner.
I want to be a wife.
Okay. You
But
were a
I
wife.
just happen to
You
bring
were a
to the
wife
table. That's
before.
what God made me. I
Ma'am,
can't.
ma'am, you were what you described and what I've heard is equality and being heard. You want to be a partner.
I want to
That's
be.
not
I want
that's
to
a
be
partner. It's a partner, ma'am. It's a partner. It's not a wife.
correct.
And
I
men are not looking for, ma'am. What you're talking about is modern marriage, where we are partners. Men are not looking for modern marriage. It's on the decline in the West. Every
so
race.
okay
Men don't
now.
want women that move this way. I need you to understand that it doesn't matter what you think. Men don't want women like this.
So are you telling me that every woman who's on here listening right now should not work? Because that's where I'm getting a little confused.
I didn't say every woman on here should not work. I don't care what you do. You accept the outcomes. If you want to be an individual, you wanted to be heard. You wanted your business and your career. That means you were an individual above your marriage.
That means I got into a marriage where I shouldn't have. Correct.
Man, it doesn't matter. You have children and you had a duty. Are you a Christian on top of this?
Correct.
Yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay, well, then where in Christianity were you allowed to leave your husband?
I did not.
Or well, I mean, not leave, but
You're allowed to divorce. You're allowed to separate based off of infidelity, in which I,
but you did, but also, ma'am, you also know that your husband didn't want you to go out working either.
he did not want me to go. He did not want me to go to school. But
Thank
yes,
you.
but there was a point in our relationship where he got hurt and I
Okay,
had to
okay.
work.
So this is what I mean. I'm not going to debate back in semantics. Men don't want to do this right here. You're right, man. Be right. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Men don't want any part of this. You had your bite at the apple. You were married. You had a man who wanted a wife to be, and he wanted to take care of everything. You wanted a job and a business. You got it.
So
No, you got it. You
I
got
have a
three
question.
kids. You have no future.
I have a question for you, for you as a man, and I'm raising.
No. Modern women, you deal with the consequences of your own choices. You wrecked your marriage. Even, and I don't absolve that man for having affairs and having babies, but who the hell thinks that that woman is a pleasure to live with? And I know women are like, girl, you stupid. Every day women are talking about they want to have somebody to take care of them. And it just goes to show you, you cannot make the average modern minded woman happy. That's why you need to take care of self, gentlemen. You cannot make the average modern minded woman happy. Sit back and argue and argue, argue. Debate, debate, debate. Enjoy your dog. I can't be with a man. So? Ain't nobody losing no sleep because you can't be with a man. They're like, thank you.